Right, welcome back. Can we stop this as well? Thank you very much indeed. Welcome back to the only 3-hour live TV show on British television and around the world, the James Whale Show with the scruffy one beside me. Let me just tell you, this is not my idea. Sometimes I have to give in to the producer because the producers are given authority very now and then. They've invited this rather disgusting guy in the studio. I don't like him. I don't want him here. And but I'm going to try and do a serious, sensible interview because I'd like to find out exactly the point of their existence. So this is Tim Spears. He's a climate protester. We talked to him. When I've stopped talking and asked you a question, you can reply. Sure. If you carry on like this, you can just bugger off, okay? The fact is that, were they responsible for this suit thing? Was that why you've put those down?
That's oil people. You're not the Just Stop Oil,
but you did have some stupid...
Oh, okay, fine.
It gets confusing with this suit.
I didn't, personally, I agree with it.
He agrees with it.
I completely agree with it.
The whole thing, all this... Just Stop Oil, this Extinction Rebellion, this...
Loft Insulate Britain.
All these, they're complete and utter useless people in my view.
2 months.
Not long enough.
You didn't learn your lesson.
So, what I've got you in here for, Tim, well, I haven't got you in here, the producer has, because I want you to explain to me, calmly, okay, what you think you're going to achieve. Now that you have actually put everybody... back up, and the majority of people will agree with me that we don't give a stuff about what was it?
Well, they did inherit, didn't they, and all that today. They threw milk.
They didn't do that
today. Yes,
all over the place.
Today as well.
All over the place.
Fortnum and Mason again.
No, it was Waitrose today.
Hang on.
Loads of shops.
Don't you two talk. I want to hear from you as to what you think you're going to achieve.
Well, I got on the show, and then while I'm on the show, I can basically say it's morally unacceptable to profit from the destruction of our only home, and it's morally unacceptable to profit from the exploitation of someone else, regardless of their species, human or non-human. It's that simple.
That's it. Yes. And who actually... that's your point of view. Free country, you are allowed to have it, and I'm just demonstrating it's a free country by inviting you in here.
Thank you for having me.
But do you really think this, Roll VT, is going to actually help your cause? Because, quite frankly...
your cause as well. If you live on planet Earth, it's your cause as well.
Fine. You talk rubbish.
Your
just
cause.
Watch this.
Oh, I can't.
Doing this to this piece of historic art, and sitting there like that, you just look like a complete frigging moron.
Yes, that's an ad hominem. That's an ad hominem fallacy, James. That's not an argument.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
No, fair enough. That does not surprise me in the slightest.
I don't really care. Because
you don't
you're
care?
not... No, I don't care.
James, come on, man. Do you not care?
What I care about is that you think you have the right to dictate to other people that you're right.
That's you, actually.
No. You think you have the... You have the cause. What are you doing? I'm trying to get an interview.
He's stumbling over his words now.
I'm not stumbling over my words. I'm angry.
I bought it. It's my suit.
I bought. So it's a plastic cover.
I didn't know
so the
what
Van Gogh picture has a plastic cover over it. So you're basically getting worried about a plastic cover instead of the annihilation of all our art.
That's a historical masterpiece, and it's so disrespectful.
Yeah, and it wipes off. Literally, wipe off. No problem.
I'm trying to do a sensible, serious interview with a man.
Satirical show, James.
Who represents...
I forgot how good this is.
Fair enough. You have some. All have some. I don't want any, thank you.
Okay. So you think... Quiet, both of you. Eat your soup and shut up like good children. Now, you think...
She's got some on my
I've got it on my shirt.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, no.
You think that is going to encourage people to actually agree with your cause.
So you've made one mistake there. It's not just my cause. It's everyone's cause.
No,
if you live on planet Earth, it's your cause as well.
I'm sorry, but that's your opinion, not mine.
So you're
and not
interrupting
lots of
me,
other
James.
people.
If you've got me on the show just to interrupt
You've already said that. You're repeating the same thing.
It's a masterpiece.
But hold on, can I just say, you are confusing your causes. You've got an animal one, you've got the... And shouldn't you just focus on one? Because people won't know what you're doing.
Why
You've got a cow on your shirt.
Why throw it over art? Can I ask you why you chose to throw it over a Van Gogh masterpiece? Why art? What was your reasoning?
Because it gets it gets attention. Basically, the world is boiling out of control. Like, was it roughly 100 species go extinct every single day? So 10,000 a year.
How many? Do you not understand?
So
that's what happens?
You just interrupt me again.
No, but
James.
you're going on.
How are you going to learn if you keep interrupting me?
Don't patronise me. You're very close to the frigging door.
I'm learning from you. I learn from you. You're the best. I learn from the best.
You're very close to the door. What you say, you have the right to say, but you do not have the right to say your view is more important to all the rest of the people.
We're talking about the annihilation of all life on Earth,
We're
James.
not annihilating all life on
Can I
Earth.
ask you about it? Because we had one of your colleagues on last week who didn't know any facts at all. So if you compare us to what goes on, with China, India, we've got 1% carbon emissions, 1%.
1%'s 1%. They're still
Next
responsible
to
for 1%.
China.
Yeah. Well, if you want to go to China, you can protest in China. I'm
Yeah, but
happy.
shouldn't
I'm
you put
happy
your
protesting
efforts-
I'm happy protesting
Shouldn't
here in the UK.
Shouldn't you put your efforts into trying to convince them to do something to change?
Well, I can only focus
Rather
on the
than-
country that I live in. I can only
Which is
focus on the
1%.
country. Yeah, it's like 1% is still 1%. And also,
that's
we
right. It is good,
export
isn't it?
loads of stuff to China. We buy loads
I'm
of
actually
things
not
from
supposed to
China
eat
and
that.
responsible.
Why don't you go
for
to
the
China
emission.
and do it?
We said we literally.
Exactly.
Are you not listening?
No, I'm having my soup.
No, listen to
I
what
can't
I'm
eat
saying.
soup and listen.
All
He can't eat
we're
and
saying,
listen at the same
all we're saying, okay, Mr. Spears,
why are you
all
saying,
we're saying
James?
is that you have that point of view. A lot of people don't share it with you.
Well, Harvard,
you cannot say
Oxford, Cambridge, NASA, all these universities, all
Couldn't care
these
less,
literally
couldn't care
brightest minds studying anthropogenic climate
They're
change are
not
saying
the
We don't
brightest
even know what that means. We don't even know
How
what
is
that
it 1% going? Why don't you convince the rest of the world, like China,
if you-
India, America?
no,
Why don't you put your energy
'cause I live here.
into that?
I live in this
rather
country.
trying to
'Cause I live in
destroy
this country.
a masterpiece, artwork.
It's a
and why
plastic cover.
art?
It had a plastic cover over it. It wasn't destroyed in the slightest. You can literally just clear wipe it. Just wipe it down.
Right,
It's
forget
gone.
that.
It's gone.
What you're doing is alienating people. I'm
No,
trying to
you
have
are
a sensible
alienating
conversation.
people, James.
You're alienating people by doing this, by going on, well, we're going to say,
Well,
we're
the
going to save
movement
the
grows
planet.
every day.
What?
The movement, Just Stop Oil, growing, like numbers
It
joining.
doesn't.
Animal Rebellion, the numbers
It
are growing
doesn't.
every single day.
It doesn't. You get a few
I
old
literally
gits
can see it.
out there.
Well, let's talk about the animal bit instead of the environment. What's your views on the animal? Because you sort of agree, don't you, a bit? Because you love animals and all that.
Yes, of course I love animals.
But you
we're
like
not
eating them as well.
I love eating them, but as long as they're looked after the right way.
He feels bad, though, about
And
it.
I'm not going to go into that now because the way they are behaving, right,
yeah.
is going to make a huge mess.
You should
We
use the ballot box.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
why
why
are
don't
you
you?
losing
If-
all support? Everyone thinks you're
I'd say,
a moron. I'm sorry, they
that's
think
an
you're a
ad
moron.
If Pete, listen,
Move
if-
closer to the mic.
guys, can you two shut up a minute? This is just
James,
getting
what you got to say?
confusing.
It's absolute golden.
If-
golden, mate.
if-
You're
Absolute
taking the
golden.
mickey out of my friend, stop it.
Can't help it. He brings the best out of me.
Right, last bit before we stop this.
Oh, come
before
on.
I end up tipping a flipping...
Are we staying on all
Before-
day? I'll stay on all day for
before-
you, James.
Before I tip soup all over you, and that you'd love that.
I
That'd
would.
make all the
Please,
papers.
I would make the papers. Come on.
Going back to the Big Brother house, I did that to that pillock in the Big Brother house with coffee.
But you
wasn't it?
regretted it because it was nice coffee and you
It
didn't
was
have
nice
for the whole
coffee. I
week.
regretted it
What was that
afterwards,
there?
and it kept me in the Big Brother house for 5 weeks, so I didn't like it at all. You made a point of view. I don't agree with it, and a lot of scientists don't. And the reason they don't
brightest
is
minds
that...
studying it agree with it.
Bellamy did. David Bellamy didn't.
Yeah.
Who's that?
And that
David, the
David
footballer.
Bellamy.
Who's that?
The footballer.
David Bellamy.
Bellamy, the
Do you not
footballer.
know who David Bellamy
The
is?
football
You
player.
need
Take him
to do
out.
research.
Am I
Take him
done?
out.
Oh, where am I going?
I've had enough
He's
now.
had enough. He's had enough
No,
of truth.
you're
Too
making-
much
we need
truth
8
and
more
logic
minutes.
for him.
We need
Too
a
much
break more
truth
minutes.
and logic
You're
for
making
James.
you're making a
But
mockery
we're
out of a
doing the
serious.
No,
public-
this is a
You're
satirical show, James. This
stop
is
it.
ridiculous.
How dare you.
We're on a cost
You
of
are
living
making
crisis.
a
No wonder
mockery.
we're in a cost of living crisis because
We
of
are
billionaires
not-
spending money on this sort of
We
building.
are not
and this
in-
sort of studio
When did
is
you last
totally
go on holiday?
ridiculous.
When
We
did
are-
you last get
Hey!
About
Hey!
6 years ago?
I will go. I'm not going anywhere. You will go, and he will go, and you will
said,
go.
you're
Now
allowed-
listen.
you
I've
for
done
allow
nothing.
people on. I heard you outside
Will
saying
you
you allow
just
people on.
be... Shut up and listen. You've not done it yet.
No.
Okay.
What have you got to say? Let us know.
I've got to the stage where I'm so frigging fed up at the moment.
Oh, no.
And if I do lose my temper, I will end up probably in prison.
Oh dear!
Except
Don't
that-
want that.
except
Don't
we
want
have
that,
such a
James.
useless
Let's
police
have a
You
quick
wouldn't
force.
survive.
discussion.
You
Let's
would
have
not
a five-
last in there, James.
Let's have
You
a
would not
5
last
minute
5 minutes
sensible
in that.
discussion.
No, he really
You're
Never
being
on
very
quiet, isn't it?
disrespectful to my
Look,
friend.
will you?
by the way.
Would you just shush a minute? You butt in the whole
He keeps on
time.
calling people morons all
Will
the
you-
time.
but you
How
are
am
a
I
moron.
being dis-
But that's
an
what-
ad
you are a
hominem.
moron.
That's an ad
He
hominem.
does that anyway.
Will you
Do you
just?
know what a logical fallacy is, James?
Will you just listen and answer the question?
Okay, sure.
You see the door?
Yeah.
Use it.
Can
Bugger
I?
off.
No,
Yeah. I've had
make me.
enough.
Make
Because
me.
we could have had a sensible, serious conversation.
We
You
have.
are unable to do it.
This is round
Let's
3.
have 5
That's
minutes.
3.
Everyone
3
quiet and
rounds.
go on,
This
ask
is
a
the third
question.
round, and
Ask
you've
a
had,
Right.
I've been knocked out from you
Every single time I ask you a question, you go in, oh, well, these mice... There are always, through time, everything dies out. Everything has its time and moves on. Mankind will die out eventually.
Yeah.
The dinosaurs died out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Species die out.
Yeah.
New species come along.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen. You preach all this rubbish. Oh, we're going to save the planet. You're not going to save the planet. The planet will save itself if it is the time
Well, yeah, it's
to do
fighting
it.
back. It's fighting back against us
Then
because of the
stop
CO2
behaving
emissions.
the way
I
you
can't
are.
because you are spewing the narrative of billionaires. You're a puppet master for Rupert Murdoch, mate. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, no wonder we are in a cost of living crisis. No wonder there's homeless people because of this building. Like, billionaires are spending money.
Do you know, if it wasn't for people like me, people like you wouldn't even get
You're promoting divide
heard.
and hate. You're promoting divide and conquer.
I am trying to bring a
I
little
want sustainability,
sense.
James. My two demands are
I want a little bit of
sustainability
common
and
sense.
equality. That's all I want. Sustainability
talk
and equality.
rubbish.
That's all I want. Sustainability and equality.
Yeah. Well,
That's it.
people don't agree with you.
You don't want
The
sustainability and
majority of
equality.
people don't agree with you.
You don't want that.
The electric car is a waste of space, right?
Yeah, well, yeah. If 7 billion people can't have an electric car, then we shouldn't bother with them, should it? We should only have something if we can all have it. So if we can't all have electric cars, there's no electric cars, is it? We need a radical transformation
We
of
are
everything.
not going to get it. If you think that's what we need, then put yourself up as a political party and go to the next election.
So do you know how the women won the right
see
to vote? Like the suffragettes, do you know what they did?
But they didn't have the vote. You have the right to vote.
Well, animals don't have their right. It's literally
Well,
legal
go
to
and
profit
vote
from
for the animals.
exploitation of others. It's literally legal to profit from the destruction of a healthy home.
Go and set up a political party.
All right, well,
in that case, you're preaching revolution.
I'll run for
The suffragettes didn't have a ballot box.
Trust. I'll put me up against Liz Trust. I will
She'll be
actually
gone by that
destroy
time.
her in a debate.
She'll be
No,
gone
you
by
won't.
Yes, I
because
would.
you're not destroying anything. You're not
If
debating.
anyone wants to actually have a proper
You're shouting.
conversation, Tim Talks on YouTube. I'll have anyone on
Could
my
you
show.
just remove him now because I've had
anyone on my
enough,
show.
guys,
Tim Talks,
and I'm
YouTube.
serious. I don't give a stuff. Get rid of him now.
Seize him.
Okay, you want him on
Take
for
him
one?
away.
James says you've got to give him chance. You've got to give him chance.
I can't give him any more chance. I'm not walking out, by the way.
He hasn't had his say yet.
He's had his say, Chuck. He's had his say.
Is there anything
And
more
unless Chuck, as a man who has reached his dotage, me, okay, and as a bloke who's a pillock and a prat, I've given him his chance.
An ad hominem.
I have had enough of sitting in the
ad
studio.
ornament.
He also smells, and I don't see why I should actually sit in the same room with a man who has terrible
That's probably
BO.
the tomatoes.
That's me,
That's Ash.
Yeah,
That's Ash.
Oh, yes, I'm not going to make humour of this. It's not funny. I've given the man the chance. The majority of people agree with me. The phone lines are going like mad.
Give
and when
him
he's
one
got
last
rid of
chance.
one last chance to do what?
Why did they pick soup?
Yeah, why did you pick
Because of the
tomato
animals.
soup?
I didn't
not
pick it.
him.
I didn't choose it.
He wouldn't have picked soup.
But you support
What would you have picked?
I support. What would
It's
I
a
choose?
ridiculous question.
Yogurt,
Why did they
porridge.
choose soup?
Maybe I don't know.
Oh,
actually.
sorry. Campbell's paying us for this.
It's
If
Heinz.
Campbell's are paying,
Heinz.
oh,
Well, why
sorry.
did the girl choose feces
Heinz
to
paying
throw
us for
over
this.
cats?
I
I don't know.
Other soup is available.
I don't know.
Why did you agree
Other
with what she
soup's
did to
available. It's very
Captain
nice.
Scott?
Yeah, but it's not as good, is
Well, I
it?
mean,
Yeah.
like,
I
it's
might
not
have
something
a-
I would personally do, to be perfectly honest. But like, I'm
Let's
not
give him a
gonna-
minute. Let's give him a
One more
minute to
Well, let's
say
answer the question.
a minute.
I just said,
Right.
did he agree
Just-
with what happened
yeah,
with
just a
Captain
minute.
Tom's
Yeah, well,
memorial statue?
I
He didn't
did-
agree with it.
No, I didn't say that. You're putting words. That's a
said
straw
you
man
didn't agree.
fallacy. You're putting words in my mouth.
Did you agree with it or not?
I mean, I wouldn't. I said I wouldn't personally do that myself. Right? That's basically.
But he
that's
didn't
my
agree with
answer.
it. Good.
So you
Well,
didn't
thank
agree with
goodness
it.
for that.
Thank you.
I
So,
wouldn't personally do it, but I'm not gonna
I'm not
disagree
putting anything
with
in your
them.
mouth, am I?
okay, let me put it this way.
wouldn't do it.
All right. On Thursday, I can't remember when it was. On Thursday, on Thursday, I had to go and have my chemotherapy. I have cancer. I don't want any sympathy. I'm absolutely fine with it. And we got stuck in a little bit of traffic caused by some of the morons that support you. Luckily, we moved them out of the way. If I had missed my chemotherapy, it would have caused me quite a few problems. Other people, because of what you were doing, may well have missed it. I don't know. Do you not have any feelings for them? And what about people who may well have been in need of serious medical treatment that guys sitting on the road gluing themselves and our useless police, because you are, useless. They should be ripped off the road and thrown away. Don't you have any feelings for those people at all?
Yeah, of course I do. I have a total... it breaks my heart. It genuinely breaks my heart.
But if they die, you're all right with that? They're in an ambulance.
You just said you're going to give me a minute, Ash.
I've not said... Will you shut up? I've asked already. I'm apologising. He's on something that's making him funny.
So, yeah, I genuinely would like to make a massive apology to anyone that we've disrupted. I absolutely hate it. I genuinely hate it. It made me sick going out on the motorway for Insulate Britain. But, like, I kept on doing it because we have a government that it prefers private wealth and profit over sustainability and equality. We are literally being run by sociopaths who only care about the British establishment and upholding the British establishment's values.
But you talk rubbish. You're like a communist. You talk rubbish. If you knew how some of the wealthy people in this country who strive to do good, and who've created jobs and created all kinds of things for people, worked hard to do it. You're a waster, mate.
Well,
you're a waster.
So
you sit on the road, you do nothing. You're negative.
Sector. So profit is theft. If you're exploiting someone else's labour...
Get out of my studio now. Get out of my studio now. Get out of my studio now.
By some ideology which is
money from someone else's labour, you're stealing the money.
Please
anyway, take care. Take care, all. Lovely to speak.
Go on now.
Do you want some soup? Do you want some Heinz soup?
Yeah, do you want a can of soup?
No, better not give him any soup.
Throw it.
Well, inverted break. Let's go to a break. Go to a break.
Get to the microwave.